I'm Eric with CA Tech, and today we're going to talk about a product that we make for the Maverick R. So one of the things that they did with the Maverick R, everybody has noticed, is these weird looking knuckles, right? Which actually have some really good geometry to them and actually add some major benefits. But one of the major drawbacks of running that particular knuckle that we found, not only in race applications but just in general trail riding, is that the lower connection point for the ball joint wears out pretty prematurely. So that was one of the things we noticed, and then we also noticed that we had some areas that we can actually improve some of the geometry. So right here we have two of the options of the knuckles that we make for the Maverick R. So the OEM knuckle is a single shear upper mounting point and a single shear lower. The OE replacement knuckle that we have made that over to a uniball versus the ball joint, and then we actually run a uniball up top as well with a 300M hardened pin. With this OEM replacement knuckle, we actually have the same modular design that we run on our race knuckle, where the tie rod mounting point and the brake caliper mounting point actually unbolt from the knuckle itself. And that's pretty advantageous for a few reasons. The lower portion of the knuckle is interchangeable between driver and passenger, so it's not a handed product. The same thing with the brake caliper mount. So the only thing that is actually handed is the upper portion, and then the tie rod mounting point. So that makes keeping spare parts easier, and then it obviously makes it a little bit easier for us here for the design process and for stocking stuff. Then into the race knuckle, we carry over the same modular design as we have on the OE replacement, with the exception we also run uniballs on this one. Now they are much larger, and they have to run our lower control arms and our upper control arms, because we take the uniballs and turn them from vertical position to horizontal, which is actually the way that they're designed to be ran. If the uniballs are not really designed to be loaded in the horizontal mounting position, it's just a lot of times easier to adapt that horizontal mounting position to OEM arms or OEM knuckles, or the combination of the two. So that's normally how that happens. But with this kit, we were able to design the uppers, we were able to design the lowers, the whole entire knuckle, and so we were actually able to correct that along with a lot of the geometry. So, and something that a lot of people talk about with this knuckle is the fact that it's a multi-piece, right? So they're like, well, you got more connections to give problems. And while this actually does make a lot of sense in theory, that actually doesn't function like that in practice. So by making the connection point to have a double taper contact point with the larger M14 bolts in it, this connection point is just as strong, if not stronger, than the OEM connection between the way that we're doing it and the actual material that we machine this knuckle out of. So this is machined out of two separate pieces of billet aluminum, 100% machined in-house, designed in-house, and so the strength increase of this one over the factory knuckle is quite a bit. And then, like I said, again, if you go into our race knuckle, you'll notice that this one is quite a bit different than the OE style, where we don't have that over the tire arm anymore. We have one that doesn't limit you on tire size. So this is the only Maverick R knuckle on the market that truly doesn't limit you in tire size. There's also a lot of speculation about geometry. Is this proper geometry? Is it not? Do we have these issues? What's going on here? And this knuckle actually has optimized geometry, particularly in a race application. And if you're interested in that stuff, we'd be happy to go over some more of the details with you. We just wanted to give you a quick rundown on the different knuckles that we manufacture, what we do with them, and maybe just, like I said, just give us a call. We'll be happy to help. Thanks, guys.